Right, hello people. Today I'm going to talk about Joan Armatrading's song Love and Affection. I got to know this song in the mid-80s. Everywhere around me people were becoming yuppies, buying things on CD. My mate bought this on CD and we used to sort of joke, have you got JA, Joan Armatrading on CD? Yeah, yeah. And SV, Suzanne Vega, yeah. DS, Dire Straits, yeah. Yes, so all the established artists were releasing things on CD. Joan Armatrading was also enjoying a bit of a resurgence in her career. She did things for people like Nelson Mandela and the Prince's Trust, and also around about that time, Tracy Chapman made her first sort of appearance on the music scene, and people were comparing Joan Armatrading and Tracy Chapman, and really the only thing that the two have got in common is that they're black, female, and play a guitar, but they're completely different kettles of fish. And really, it was one of the crap debates that quite often happen in the music scene. So anyway, this is a lovely song, absolutely beautiful. You can hear it on my Rega P5 Plays series. I put it up a couple of years ago, so find it there. I might even pop a link to it down here somewhere. The song is, in a way, it's a complete contrast to a lot of the ways that females are portrayed or portray themselves or allow themselves to be portrayed as being sort of R&B style, sort of diva-y, overly pornographic, in my opinion. It's not me being a fuddy-duddy, because I'm not a fuddy-duddy at all, but I do think that pop music is not necessarily the place for some of the more explicit things that quite often pass as mainstream. Shakira, for example, Rihanna, for example. Okay, this song is about the emotional side of a relationship. It's quite jazzy in its nature, although the chord progressions are really quite simple. There's a lot of colour there, and the magical musical moment is actually based on that colour. But we have, as part of that jazzy sort of thing, if you sort of picture the songs of Gershwin and Cole Porter and things like that, they very often started out with like a little sort of verse which just introduced the song, and then you got into the chorus, and everybody learned the song because of the chorus, and hardly anybody knew that beginning verse. Almost in a way, I mean, the Beatles also did sort of things like that. For example, do you want to know a secret, which has that "you'll never know how much I really love you, you'll never know how much I really care," and then straight into the song. Joan Armatrading's done a similar thing. We've got a vocal introduction here. No real instrumental introduction. We just have 3 beats from a guitar, and the key is E major, starting out in the relative minor, just with a C sharp minor chord then. And she's saying, "I'm not in love, but I'm open to persuasion. East or west, where's the best for romancing? With a friend I can smile, but with a lover I could hold my head back. I could really laugh, really laugh." And that is your vocal introduction. And it's setting the scene, really, because we're not getting the fact that, this is a person that she's going to be singing about, or an affair that she's going to be singing about. She's fantasizing. And yeah, the whole thing is a complete fantasy. What is not happening now is that we're not getting a lovely chorus like the Gershwins or Do You Want to Know a Secret or things like that. It's probably more like Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody in its form. In other words, there's no verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. You've just got little chunks of different material that's coming in, and it never really sort of gets you into one hook. You're sort of it's one of these songs that could just go on and on and on forever. So chunk 2 then lands on E major. I could really laugh, really laugh. Beginning of chunk 2, thank you. And as you can see, it's just not going to finish and I can't stop playing. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. Alright? It moves into the really dance bit, which is syncopated. Right? That means that the chord changes don't happen on the beat. Alright? So I could really move. I could really dance, really dance. I could really move. Now if I can feel, and now we get a section of the song that actually does start on E major, settles us down because that's the key that we're in. Okay. Now if I can feel the sun in my eyes and the rain on my face, and it's moving us out. Why can't I feel? And that chord of B flat there doesn't want to be anywhere near this key at all, but it does. Okay, it's just beautiful. It just thunders its way in. We never ever get another B flat again like it. Let's listen to it again. Sorry, play it properly. And then it's going to move us back to this E again. And it's gorgeous, alright? It adds a little bit of tension, but the real moment of tension comes in the middle of the song. The real magical musical moment then comes in the "With Friends I Feel So Insecure" part. It's very ordinary chords: A, B, C sharp minor, B again, but this time with D sharp in the bass, which is its middle note, but it's still not entirely foreign to a B chord. The A with an E in the bass, well, that's sort of quite normal as well. And then B with an F sharp in the bass, because these are all these bass notes are part of the chords. And then no conversation, no wave goodnight, which is an A7 to B, no problem. And then into the next section of the song, the Just Make Love bit. Alright, so that's fine, it's all lovely, except that the melody provides all the tension here, and this is the magical musical moment, because she's saying that although with her friends she's insecure with them, right? But she's saying to her man, or her fantasy man, that you can do whatever you want with me. I'll go with you wherever you take me, which is in its own way just as insecure as you know, feeling insecure with your friends. But you know, she's happy for him to do that, right? No conversations, because I don't really want to, you know, talk to you, because I don't know what I'm going to say to you. In my fantasy, I really don't know how this is going to progress. I don't know what to say to you, but I just want you there, just to, you know, just to be there, and I'll do whatever you want. And it's just very, very, you know, very unsettled, and the melody is unsettled here. All right, as I said, basic chords, right, but the melody has nothing at all to do with those chords. All right. So first of all right, no real problem with the "With Friends I Feel So Insecure" bit. A lovely chord here of A major, and a lovely tune which stays within the A major boundary. Alright? Because there's your tension. Secure bit with insecure words. Which is where we're in that B now. And ouch. Okay, now we're into the C sharp minor bit. Right, with an F melody line, F sharp melody line, beg your pardon, which is scrunch, nothing at all to do with our C sharp chord. Then we're going into B, and the melody, mi la, has nothing at all to do with the B chord, alright? Going into an A major, just take my hand. and then into B with E, da, da, the same as Help Me a Lot really, but you see no melody relation at all to the chord, alright? And then A7, the 7th note of A is really discordant. And that no good night, again E and C sharp with a B in the bass, very, very strange. And then back into our Just Make Love bit, where we're settled on that E, but in the melody we have, and again this is quite a sort of common sort of, I suppose, sort of funky disco chord, right? If you can imagine the Bee Gees or something sort of doing something like this, that sort of thing. This sort of, because for E to be E major, it has to have a major third from the E tonic or the E root note, alright? So a major third would be E to G sharp, okay? For it to be E minor, you'd have to have a minor third there, E to G, right? We have got both put together. E major and E minor put together as well. Just make love with affection. Sing me another love song, but this time with a little dedication. Sing it. And so that E major with a minor bit thrown in as well adds a lot of tension to it. I think that that's an absolutely beautiful moment. With friends I still feel so insecure, and it's lovely. And coupled with the arrangement, with the male backing vocals. Now the male backing vocal is a parody of a man, I think, because I don't really think that, you know, because he's so far away with the space in the mix. Glyn Johns, who produced this, was an absolutely superb producer for, you know, bringing space around instruments, and the space around that bloke's voice, and the fact that he's so deep, it's, you know, it is, you know, the big man that's in her mind, because, you know, men really, you know, in truth, don't sing as low as that, and, you know, it's the man of her dreams really, and, you know, it has very little to do with reality. Okay, so I thoroughly recommend a good listen to Love and Affection. It's fantastic. You know, so many good elements in it, and I'm just going to shut up in a second, but I will say the saxophone solo as well, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, yeah, and the sheet music for this is downloadable. You can get it from Joan Armatrading's website. The songs are about £2.50 a pop. There's quite a lot of her songs on there. It's quite expensive though, I think, £2.50, but at least you do actually get to keep a PDF file of your sheet music, unlike other sheet music services like musicnotes.com, where, yeah, you can get loads of sheet music for download, but similar sort of prices, and you don't get to keep a file, you just get the right to print it out once, which means that if you lose your file, if you lose your piece of paper, as it were, you've lost it, full stop. Yeah. I will see you another time. Bye.